Hello, my loves. So, part two. This is also why you have to walk authentically you. You're trying to get back to your authenticity before you cared what anyone cared what you did or looked like or acted like. You have to get to a point where you care about you and what you look like and what you're doing and stuff like that, as long as it's not harming yourself or anyone else. You have compassion because those outside of you helped show you and helped lead you back to you, where spirit is found. You understand? It's interesting how literally people are an extension of us, even the enemies. But what people don't understand is the enemies teach you the lesson better than anyone ever could. And yes, sometimes they are people that we have loved and have loved us and hurt us. But you have to understand, and I want you to understand this, as you are walking through your personal hell and you're walking through your lessons, they're walking through theirs at the same time. And this is where divine timing comes in, because sometimes you're meant to solve it together, and when it's done, you're meant to let the people go. Hence why Buddha says, when it's time to let people go, you let them go. Because we all have lessons to learn, different rates, different speeds with different people and different experiences. And it all depends upon the choices you make. And yes, worked into that is, well, I'm telling you how to do it easier versus how to do it harder, but you can do it any way you want to do it. But this is what's going to happen. You do it that way. This is what's going to happen. You're going to do it that way. Or you can go this way, or you can go that way, or you can go that way. And I understand that because of the different timelines that can be, have been, will be, or will never be anymore. So, my loves, when you start looking at your life as experiences and moments, in and out of time, time doesn't matter, just experiences and moments, it's scary to think about no time and you just are. That's scary because that's eternal. But, you know, when you think about the next experience, this is why some people are afraid to live, because they're afraid of the next experience. They're afraid of missing the next experience. You can't miss what's meant for you because you're meant to walk through it. The people around you are mirrors of you and what you have to work on. What you have to, I'm not going to say fix, but what you have to balance. They're mirroring your energy, some. And when some are too low or too high for you, they have to move on, right? If you can't remove them, another experience has to happen to remove them because you couldn't, and then you got to settle that one. Then you got to settle the one you were supposed to settle, where that other one shouldn't have had to come in because you should have been strong enough, but you weren't, so it had to come in. Now you got two experiences that you got to settle, and then when those are settled, then you got to come to you and settle you. Do you understand? Okay? Sometimes when we can't move, other people have to be put in to move that. But then it's being noted, okay, now this person now has to work on this lesson also and settle this lesson within their spirit. Then they can move to this lesson. Then they can move up to this lesson. Okay, then they can move up to this lesson because they got this one already. Then they can move up to this lesson. That's how you will see it, like that. Once one is done or almost done, you can move on to another one as that one's closing out. Where we get caught up is when we are using our old energy and memories to hold on to what we feel we need to hold on to when the lesson has been learned. Then clearly it hasn't. Now we got to bring in another lesson for you for that lesson because you're still not done with that. Halt that one. We got to fix this one. Then they can move on to that one. You understand? All based on your choices. All based on where you're at. There's no race. You're finished when you finish. You learn what you learn. And when you cut off short, you come back to finish what you need to finish, back in the Dharma wheel. It's an amazing interconnectedness, how it's set up. All for you. And that's why the price is so expensive. That's why the price of heaven is so expensive. And that's why more people are in hell than they are in heaven. Because to do those ascensions, you got to pay attention. You got to do the work. You got to pass the tests. And it's a constant balance of not being narcissistic, but staying humble, even though I've learned. Now I'm here back to teach other people. And I'm a leader now. But I'm still learning too. So I stay humble in love. Why? Because once you get your godhood, you got to maintain your godhood. That's balance. Or you're held more accountable. Because as you ascend, the more accountable you're held. Because you've learned and you've paid attention. And once you know, you can't unknow. That is the price of knowing. I told you love is a price. There is a price. And the price of knowing you is that the tests get harder. You get less chances. You're not that you're not forgiven as easily, but you're held more accountable because you're more aware. The more you ascend on these planes, the harder it is to attain that level. Why? Because love is all. Love is God. God thinks of all. So you must go through all to be God, to understand on a human level. You asked for it. Remember, before you came back, you asked for it. I know. I know. And I hope I'm articulating this correctly so you can understand the gravity of it from point A to point B. It's more like an XYZ thing, but anyway. Sorry, I love math and science. But anyway, I want you to understand the gravity of every decision that you make will create a lesson that you still need to see in your mirror. And you need people to do that. And once they deliver it to you, you can either help them if they want to pay attention or you don't. But you thank them for helping you on your journey with your lesson. And that's why they say it's about the journey. Because you don't learn anything at the end. You're learning things as you walk it with everyone else who's also walking and running the race. And there's plenty of cheaters, but there's plenty of ones that are lifting people up and helping them. Come run with me. Let's make it easier. We're going to be a group now. We're not going to just run by ourselves. Okay, go ahead. You understand? You're finding your soul tribe. Your soul tribes are the ones who have the understanding in the lesson in the mirrors that you're seeing, but they come in and out. Okay, because there's as many souls as there are. That's how many can be in your soul tribe. And so they leave when they learn their lesson because they're done with their lesson. So they drop off because they don't need that anymore. And you wish them well on their way. And you send them love. Do you understand? Okay, we're going to move on to part 3. Namaste.